Russian news agencies today are filled with articles claiming that an ex-CIA agent blames Zelensky for planning an attack on the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. When I saw this, I thought that maybe a Russian journalist just lied or used some fake CIA agent statements. But no, it was stated by someone known as Philip Giraldi, who was employed as an intelligence officer for the CIA somewhere before 2010. This guy seems to really believe in Russia's superiority, and that's why Russian news agencies just love him. Whether he knows it or not, he became one of the parts of Putin's propaganda machine. Here are a few articles that were based on his statements. It's time for Zelensky to admit that Kyiv has no chances for victory. And here's their phrase title based on the same statements of Giraldi. In the US, they claim Zelensky has no chances for victory. Zelensky is pushing Russia to do something reckless so he can force NATO to be directly involved in this conflict with Moscow. It sounds like classical victim blaming. Everything that Russia does against Ukraine was provoked by Ukraine. That's the logic I get from his theories he shares in interviews on the channel Judge and Freedom on YouTube. Russian journalists just spread his message in Russia, making the Russian population believe that American intelligence agencies hold the same opinion on the current situation as Putin holds. That Giraldi guy even claimed that MI6 likely was involved in Prigozhin's mutiny. It's a statement that is very convenient for the Russian agenda because Putin always blames the West for problems he created himself. Because it's Putin who funded Wagner, who allowed Prigozhin to recruit convicts and have the whole independent army in Russia. And what concerns me is that RIA Novosti even claimed that Giraldi gave an interview to Russian journalists. It really looks like that guy works in the interests of Russia. There is even a photo on his Twitter page with Alexander Dugin, one of the Kremlin ideologists, the one who said 1 month ago that Ukraine shouldn't even exist. It's his actual words. So I'd really like to hear Giraldi's comments on the recent Russian attack on Lviv, Kramatorsk, and Pervomaisk. But I guess he won't even mention it, or he'll just somehow make Ukraine responsible for getting striked by Russian missiles. It feels really bad to know that there are Americans, especially former CIA officers, that support Russian propaganda and even fuel it. By the way, here is what that Giraldi guy said about how Zelensky is supposedly planning to blow up a nuclear power plant in his recent interview. But it's a freedom of speech, so he has a right to say whatever he says. Probably he would be shocked to find out that freedom of speech isn't so popular in Russia that he likes so much. I hope it was insightful for you to find out how Russia uses marginal figures to accuse Ukraine and justify its war crimes. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for 200k subscribers. It's a huge number of people. I appreciate you all. I'll see you next time and goodbye to you all.